Hey, this is Pamela Ferguson welcoming everybody onto the call tonight. We have a few more minutes before we get started, but while we wait for everyone to get onto the call tonight, the fabulous training, the fourth part of the series that's been going on for this whole month of No Nonsense November. Guys, go ahead and state your name and where you're calling from if you have not done so.
Hey, it's Coach Vivian. How are you doing?
Hey, Coach Vivian, thank you for getting on the call. Anybody else on the call, state your name and where you're calling from. All right, guys, we have a few more minutes before we get started on this training. It's gonna be amazing. I can promise you that. Go ahead and get your teams on this call. Get out those last minute text messages, emails, Facebook posts, messengers, whatever you gotta do to get your team on so they can hear this last series, number 4 of our training for the month. If you have not stated your name, go ahead, come on video, state your name and where you're calling from. All right. As stated earlier, my name is Pamela Ferguson. I'm chiming in out of Dallas, Texas, your Emerald leader with my husband, Mr. Sundiata Ferguson. You guys, if you have not stated your name and where you're calling from, let's go ahead and show the energy, bring the energy. Let's see your face, state your name and where you're calling from tonight. Awesome. I see so many people hopping on the line tonight. I'm just going to give you a few more chances to get situated, get some paper, pen available to take some copious notes tonight. My name is Pamela Ferguson, your Emerald leader out of Dallas, Texas. Good night or evening to everyone on the call tonight. I want to thank you for coming on board. Before I introduce your presenter tonight, our trainer, I want you to go ahead, bring your face on, show your face, be happy. Let's celebrate No Nonsense November and state your name and where you're calling from tonight.
Sundiata Ferguson, Dallas, Texas.
Welcome, Sundiata Ferguson in Dallas, Texas. Anyone else on the call tonight, please state your name and where you're calling from.
Coach Juarez, White Rose, Sharon, Texas.
I was gonna say, we see you, Coach Juarez. All right, guys, anyone else on the call tonight, go ahead and get those last minute messages out. You definitely want your team to be on this call tonight. It's going to blow your mind. We only have the month of December after tonight. After we show out tonight, we got the month of December to go. So let's go ahead, get fired up on this call, get on this video, state your name, where you're calling from. We want to hear from you. Again, guys, my name is Pamela Ferguson out of Dallas, Texas, your It Works Emerald leader. Only here for a few more seconds to introduce you guys to an amazing person. But before I do that, let's go ahead and bring on the energy. Come on video, state your name and where you're calling from. All right, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and get started with this training for tonight, guys. I am so excited about the training for tonight. And I'm gonna say right before I bring on our trainer, you guys really, I want you guys to come on video so he can see everyone's faces and really bring the heat as he always does. This is our 60-day presidential director when he came into the company of It Works. A little over 2 years ago, and the number 89th earner in the company. So this is why you want to listen to this person. He has been in the home-based business profession for over 16 years. He's been featured in the Success from Home magazine, Networker magazine. He's an author, transformational speaker, and voted top 50 Black professionals and entrepreneurs in Texas. That's a big deal because, you know, in Texas, we do it big. He's built a combined organization of more than 45,000 people that spans across 23 countries, such as Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Canada, South Africa, Nigeria, and the United Kingdom. His organizations have generated tens of millions of dollars in revenue. He was also amongst the top 13 income earners in a previous company that had 1.5 million distributors, that's million with an M as in Mary, in 54 countries and generated over $1 billion in sales. Mr. Wilkins became a millionaire by the age of 30. Mr. Wilkins currently Is a presidential diamond with our company, the fastest to that position in the history of the company when he hit that goal, which means his organization generates a minimum, which you're part of this organization, of $100,000 in revenue a week. And he's produced several others on his team that are high six-figure earners. But what's really amazing about the person I'm going to bring before you today is his significant accomplishments. And that's been the husband to Mrs. Portia Wilkins, the father to Chandler and Aiden Wilkins. He is just an amazing guy all the way around. I'm so excited to bring to you guys tonight, Mr. Jared Wilkins. Can you hear me, sir?
I can. Thank you so much, Mrs. Pam Ferguson. Where would we be without you? Thank you. Appreciate you hosting and always stepping up and stepping in to really fill in that gap. I'm really excited about December. Obviously, we're closing out November. We coined it No Mercy November for a reason, and you guys are now seeing what that reason is. Those of us that have been really focused on it, those of us that have really been sowing those seeds, it's been incredible. Mark Pentecost has put something up on his Facebook page. He said, everyone better drink their sleepy tea tonight and get some beauty rest, because tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., I guess he's talking about Eastern Standard Time. So that's 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going live and bringing the boom. All I can say is December, we're coming for you. So tonight's call is not going to be very, very long at all, because obviously we know tonight is closeout. It's closeout of the month. I just want to come on. I know we've got session 4. This is session 4 of a series that we started obviously 3 weeks ago, and just kind of give you quick recap as to why we started this this series. It is all in preparation. Okay, it's all in preparation for the announcements that are coming in December. That's why I started this series. All right, so starting tomorrow on the 1st, you're gonna get the first sequences of announcements, and that's gonna lead into us into the 29th. I hope you got that on your calendar. The 29th of December, I've got it written in my calendar. It's gonna be absolutely major. Some people, you know, whew, the 29th is gonna be big. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So real quick, tonight, let me kind of share a couple of things tonight I want you doing and I want you thinking about. Number one, I want you closing out November strong. All right. I want you closing out November strong. There's still plenty of time in the month of November. Closing out strong meaning I want you to run through the tape. Put in that last customer, that last loyal customer. Matter of fact, let me backtrack. I want you to put in your order. You hadn't put in your personal order, your 80 BV order for the month, where you're commission qualified. I challenge you to close November with that order. See, I want to challenge you to get promoted in November. Some of you getting promoted in November, and this is all a part of our 4th session, by the way. Getting promoted meets in November. For some of you, maybe running your 80 BV auto ship so that you are commission qualified. For some of you closing the month of November being promoted, I want you to become a star achiever in the month of November. Those 6 loyal customers you just got started, I want you to promote to star achiever. Not in December, this month. There is no December. I'm gonna freeze December for a moment. How are we closing out November? Because December is gonna take care of itself, provided we close out November. Closing out November, I want you to get promoted this month. You get promoted star achiever. If you're already a star achiever, here's my suggestion. Who on your team can you assist this month to get promoted? I want you to promote something's got to promote this month. Somebody's got to get promoted this month on your team. Your team, somebody on your team, the team needs a win. Are you listening to me? Your team in the month of November needs a win. If you haven't promoted in any, you know, anybody this month, you still got time today. So you got your ADB authorship ring. That's a promotion. Congratulations. See, I want you to write this down. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you don't promote, if you don't get accustomed to promoting in November, I promise you, December, you're gonna be checked out. Now, we already know the majority of people are gonna be checked out in December. We already know that, but the champions will be checked in. Okay? The champions, you're part of the championship team. See, in basketball, not everybody, as the higher we go up in a series, the further we go, the deeper we go, not everybody gets playing time. Only the trusted few see the largest or the most amount of playing time. So be okay with that. Closing out November, promoted. What are you getting promoted to? What's your goal? You commission qualified. Great promotion. Who on your team can we get commission qualified in the month of November? Who on our team can we get commission qualified? Who on my team? See, right now, closing out today is all about core. Are you a part of the core team, or are you going to be a groupie? Remember, I always say there's a difference between your team and the group. The masses of people that join will be a part of the group, Tony. They won't be a part of the team. Brandy, your team is, we hear it all the time, the acronym for team, TEAM, together everyone achieves more. How many of us have heard that, Coach Viv? We've all heard that. See, this is what I look at. We just finished an opportunity call for Brandy Jackson at 7 today. We had about 20-some people on that call. I'm looking for who's a part of my core team going into December. The group, we got thousands of people joining. That's normal. That's awesome, great. But what you got to look at, who on the team? See, team, we talk about core team. Let me give you this. I'm giving you this is a part of our fourth session. We may do 2 parts to the fourth session. Let's just call this part A2. Because our fourth session is all about plugging into the system. Okay? Plugging in to the system. That is the fourth session. Okay? Our system, plugging in to the system. Let me pull it up here. Let me make sure I got it on the screen as well. All right, 1 second. Here we go. Plugging in to the system. Y'all can see that, right? Step number 4. Okay. And that's our system. Plug in to the what? To the system. That's step 4. See, the people that plug in are the ones that are a part of your team. Okay? The people that plug in, those are the people that are part of your team. The greatest networker of them all showed up 2,000 years ago. He had a small team of 12. 12. Not 1,200. He didn't go recruit 12,000. He had a team of what? 12. Because you take that team, and that's who you pour into. You take that team, that's who you communicate with. You take that team, that's who you develop. You take that team, that's who you hold accountable. You take that team, and that's who you run with. You take that team, that's who you pour into. You take that team, that's who you personalize their purpose with. Are you listening to me? So plugging into the system, let me give you core team. The C stands for committed. That's what I'm looking for. Going into November, I'm looking for who was committed. It doesn't matter if they're brand new or they're older in the business. Doesn't matter if they've been with us 2 weeks or 2 years. I'm looking for who is on my team, committed. How do I know they're committed? They're showing up to the weekly trainings. You know, I don't do trainings every single day. Why? Because training doesn't work, but working does train. Write it down. Training doesn't work. This is good stuff. The teaching we do and the training that we do and the stories, it's great stuff. But training doesn't work. Working trains. Now, Brandon, am I against training? Of course not. Brandon played football, right? You're supposed to train. Sometimes you may train harder doing training than doing the game. Brandy's husband used to play. Brandy's husband is an NFL Super Bowl champion. Go ask Brandon. Man, how would, man, they don't, championship teams, they don't play when it comes to training. You better not show up late. Am I right? Don't show up late to training, see if you're getting on the field. They're not playing that with you. And some coaches, now you're not gonna like this, some coaches will fine you, Mrs. Allen. They'll fine you. You got to pay if you show up late. I'll never forget. Let me say this to you. Remember, I'm talking about plugging into the system. And I made a commitment that I would not be too long tonight because this closeout night. A lot of people aren't all right now because they're closing out, but they're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out trying to close out. You don't understand team. See, I don't do things. If you notice, listen to me. When we got the family call, how many know about the family call? Every Sunday, right? I don't do trainings or do anything business related during the family call time. Why? Because it's about the big team, not the small team. Are you listening to me? These are just philosophies that when people understand, see, philosophy is how you think. If I can see how you think, if I can understand how a person thinks, if you can understand how they think, not what they think, but how they think, how they process information, ladies and gentlemen, you're right there. That's the difference. I was sharing with some folks the other night about a training event that we had years ago in network marketing. I get to the training. To go to the training, you had to be doing, your business had to be doing about $40,000 a month in revenue. Pioneer, this wasn't open to everybody. This is just for the team. Okay. You have to be doing $40,000 a month in volume to qualify, whereas for this training. Now, Brandon, the training was $300 a person. Ticket, the invite ticket. First, you got to qualify to get an invite. What's your qualification? You got to be doing $40,000 a month in volume, and you got to do that 2 out of 3 months. You had a 3-month time frame, and in 3 months, you better have done it twice in 3 months. Some of you are like, oh my God. Yes. Yeah. Right? Now, watch this. The guy that was putting on the training at the time was earning right at $1 million a month in distributor commissions. How many think that's somebody you want to go listen to and learn from? Somebody earning over $1 million a month in commissions as a distributor. Okay. So they make the announcement on a training call just like this. Guys, we're going to be doing a special 2-day leadership training. To qualify, you need to be doing $40,000 a month in sales volume between you and your team, and you got to do it 2 out of 3 months. Everybody gets the announcement, we go to work. Why? Because there's value. See, when you're a part of the team, you value. Write this down. People will always violate what they don't value. Shucks. I don't waste my time with violators. Don't waste your time with people that violate or violate you. You know what you do when you waste your time with people that violate you? You lose value. If you notice, we just had Black Friday. It was a Black Friday, right? How many of you noticed we just had Black Friday? Cyber Monday sales, all these sales, we was all excited. Folks came and bought stuff, made volume through the roof. Many of us went and patronized, and that's great. But watch this. Did you notice? Listen, Gucci didn't have a sale. Shucks. Louis Vuitton, no sale. No Black Friday sale. Versace. Fendi, none of them had a Black Friday sale. I know you was on there like, ooh, let me see, child. Louis Vuitton, no Black Friday sale. There was no Monday Cyber sale. Why? They understand and hold their what? Value. You want to go to JCPenney? Go on ahead. Walmart? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on. They discount everything. What's the difference between, watch this, Fendi, somebody's last name, Gucci, somebody's last name, Versace, somebody's last name, and Walmart? They said, we won't discount our value. So 40,000 is what it required. Several of us qualified. Gentleman says, okay, we're going to do this training in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. All right, I'm in Houston. Got to buy the ticket, $300. We buy the ticket. Oh, by the way, you got to get to what? Arizona. Got to buy a plane ticket. Plane ticket, $300-$500. You know, you ain't going up the street now. There wasn't no Spirit Airlines. All right, we're not flying Spirit. So you got to spend another $300-$400. What are we up to? That's $700 invested. I ain't even showed up yet. That's good grammar right there. I have not even shown up yet. Not a training has been given yet. Not a note taken yet. $300 on the entry ticket, $400 on the flight, Tony. They said, okay, we've got the host hotel, Panya. The host hotel for where the training will be held is not on Zoom. You can't dial into it and be watching TV and on the Zoom. No. You've got to fly in physically to this location. And we're not going to let you stay at the Marriott. That's cool. You can't stay at the Holiday Inn. You have to stay at the host hotel if you want to attend the event. I said, cool. Where the host hotel? We at La Quinta? Where we at? Nope, we ain't at La Quinta. Y'all guess what hotel we had to stay at? 5-star hotel. Guess what hotel it was? Y'all put it in the chat. Let me see if you could guess it. Somebody, she got it right on the Ritz-Carlton. We had to go stay at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. And the Ritz-Carlton is not $150 a night. Shucks. The Ritz-Carlton for a regular room, $475 a night. Are you ready? And you couldn't share a room. Shucks. No, we ain't putting 2-3 of y'all together to share. No. It's $475 a night. You got to be there at least 2 nights. Come on, give me a total. Put the total in there for me. Show me where we are. This is why I say training doesn't work, but working does train. Are you listening to me? So $475 a night. Come on, put it in the chat. Where we at? $950 plus the $300 for my admission ticket. What's that put me at? $1,250 plus my flight, another $375 Southwest. Where we at? We almost what? Where we at on that? $1,500 bucks? All right, we're at $1,625. $1,625 for the training. All right. So training starts 9 a.m. We get together the night before. They tell, hey, make sure you're ready. 9 a.m. Be at the door. They show us where it's at. We get the, at the Ritz-Carlton, they know your name when you walk in. It's not like La Quinta now. They know your name. All right. They know your name. You walk in and all that. You got the look. You got the nice robes that you want to steal. I mean, you want to take home with you. Don't take them robes home. They'll bill you, all right? The towels, I mean, this fluffy towel. These are towels from Heaven's Gate. These towels, they wrap around you 3 times, right? All of them. I tried to put them in my suitcase, wouldn't fit. But here's the deal. 9 a.m. they say be there. Remember, we're talking about core. Are you part of the core? Talking about November. C stands for committed. O, write it down, stands for organized. Organized. So now here it is. 9 a.m. shows up. I'm at the door. I'm paid $16.25. I'm not at the door at 9. What time I'm at the door? I'm at the door at 8 a.m. that morning. I finished eating breakfast at 7 a.m. You know, you order room service, whatever it is. Boom, I'm at the door. I ain't playing with y'all. I'm not trying to get stuck in no elevator. I don't have time to be talking to you. I don't need to talk to none of y'all. Y'all not making $1 million a month? I'm here for a purpose. See, the value was there. 9 a.m., the doors open. At 9:03, they closed the doors and locked them. Here comes some jokers at 9:05, knocking at the door, trying to get in. Now, we all seated at this time. It's probably about maybe 50, 75 of us in the room. The doors were closed at 9:03. You can't get in. They opened the door. Young man had flown in from Memphis, Tennessee. I'll never forget it. Flew in from Memphis. Okay, his business was doing over 80,000 a month in volume. That was his rank, over 80,000 a month. Now, minimum was 40,000, but if you're doing 40,000 or more a month in volume, you can come. This guy was at a rank where the minimum at his rank was 80,000 a month. So he was doing over, you're talking about somebody that's running $1 million a year business. Hey, man, why are you late? Oh, man, I was stuck in the elevator, this, that, and the other. Great. Here it is. The leader asked all of us sitting down, how many of you think we should let him in? People, oh, yeah, let him in. Give him some grace. Yeah, it's okay. Let him in. Everybody, oh, let him in. Come on, let him in. Yeah, yeah. So, folks, okay, keep your hand up. You want to let him in. People kept their hands up. All right, great. Tell us why we should let him in. Well, the elevator, you can't control the elevator. Well, there's a distance, he's committed. That's why he showed up here. He's paid all this money. He's doing it. He wants to be here. I mean, they went around the room, asked all the questions. Oh, great reasons. A mentor said, do you see why those of you that stood up and gave the reasons why we should let them in? Do you see why your volume is what their income is on a weekly basis? The people that didn't make excuses for them, that were sitting down. See, in that room, we had people that were making $1 million, $2 million a year. Some $3 million a year. And none of them had their hands up saying, yeah, let them in. He said, see, the reason why your business is where it is because of how you think. He says, sir, here's what we'll do. You pay $500 right now. You can come on in. In addition to everything, you pay another $500. Don't pay it to me. We'll take your $500 and we'll contribute it to a charity, part of our charity, our nonprofit organization. You pay $500 and you come in. But you've got to make that decision in 60 seconds. 59, 58, 57, 50. He made the decision. $500 came in the room. Every other time I saw him, he was never late for another training in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, my point is this. Are you a part of the team? Or are you a part of the group? O is organized. Take the stairs. The elevator to success is out of order. We all got to take the stairs. Are you listening to me? You got to take the stairs. R stands for resourceful. Be resourceful. That's core, C-O-R. Be resourceful. You got to be resourceful. Have you attempted to figure it out yourself? Are you talking consistently to your sponsor, to your coach? Who's coaching? Be resourceful. E stands for endure to the end. Endure to the end. This is an endurance race. Some of you probably heard of this. Success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. I'm telling you, this is a marathon. I see Ruth Bradford on here. Ruth, I'm gonna bring you on in a second. Ruth helped me out when I was at one of the lowest points in my business, and it works. I'm talking about it was low. Ooh, those of you that read scripture, I was in Lodabar. I know some of you read scripture. You know what Lodabar. I was Lodabar. I mean, I was low. Business was low, volume was low. I wasn't requalifying. You've heard the story. See, it's different when you hear the story than it is when you understand the story. The people that have always requalified, your volume is always up, income is always, this don't make sense. It's not until your business falls apart, not because you did anything wrong. That's when you start understanding this. And we were on a training session just like this. Business had gone backwards. People had quit. People had left. I'm talking about rubies that had quit. How many of you had some executives quit your business? How many of you had some distributors quit? We had distributors quit. I had some executives that quit. I had some rubies that quit. People that had quit at Emerald. Some folks that were diamonds quit. Double diamonds quit. Triple diamonds quit. Oh my God. Pam, I was like, what is going on? Y'all said it works. It ain't working. Means what, Gonzalez, what is happening? Why would a double or a triple diamond quit? What is going on? And the business just kept going. That's when you discover if you're core. Committed. I was talking with some partners of mine earlier today. Today is their 27th wedding anniversary. I said, you know what y'all need to do? Y'all need to get on Facebook Live and share how in the world y'all are still married 27 years later. I think that's some good things to hear from people that have been married 20. I say there's some people that need to hear that because marriages ain't lasting 27 weeks right now. You need to get on Facebook and share it. Talk about how he had to sleep on the couch for a month. Come on, talk about some of this stuff that go on. Because we've got a misconception of what it takes to start and finish. How you do anything. It's how you do everything. Are you listening to me tonight? I'm talking about finishing. That's all I'm talking about tonight. I'm talking about finishing. Look at my calendar. This is 2 years in. Look at I'm finishing. I've had more people quit than you've had join, but I'm finishing. Are you listening to me? And I'm not yelling. I just get passionate about this thing. You see, committed means I do it when I don't feel like it. I'm doing it when I don't feel like posting. I don't feel like prospecting. I don't feel. Today, I didn't feel like going to the gym. Anybody go to the gym and you didn't feel like going? Man, it's cold in Houston. It got down to like 50 something or what. Oh man, I'm not young like I used to be. I'm 37 now. So you know, you got to warm up. You know, was the son over here doing all manners of stuff. He trying to crawl it 4 months. Today's 4 months. I mean, it's just, I'm like, man, I can just stay here and play with my son all morning. But no. I've trained myself to do things that I don't feel like doing. You know why I train myself to do that? Because I know the majority of people, when they're faced with making a decision to do something based on how they feel, they won't do it. Are you listening to me? This is why I'm so committed. If I tell people I'm gonna do, I do it. What my training has taught me to do that. I don't play around with this. It was $1,600 to go learn from a multi-millionaire. That was just one of the trainings. That wasn't the dozens of trainings I attended. Just one of them. Just one. The month of November, you got to promote something, promote somebody. Who's going to Star Achiever? Who's getting their 6 loyal customers, their $150 shopping spree in the month of November? Who's doing that? Ruth, I see you back. All right. I want to turn this over to Ruth. She's not on schedule, but she's on God's program. I just feel that somebody needs to hear this tonight. Ruth Bradford, thank you so much for being on. I want you to share with everybody, and then we'll close out after you because I'm done. I want you to share how you were introduced to It Works. What many of you don't know, I want you to talk, Ruth, as transparently as possible. What type of volume your team is doing at its peak in It Works. You should talk to people about what your rank is in It Works. Because what most people don't know is the #1 largest country in the world outside of the United States where It Works is a country called France. And Ruth Bradford is who brought France to this company. You know, when I tell you guys that you're one person away from a massive explosion in your organization, some of you don't listen. Some of you don't receive that. So much of life has beaten that out of you that it's very hard for you to receive that. So I wanted Ruth to come on and help build your faith. Because faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. Ms. Ruth Bradford, thank you so much for being on. I'm going to unmute you. I'm going to put the spotlight on you. You're going to have to unmute yourself on that end as well. But Ms. Ruth, thank you so much for being on. We'll turn the Zoom over to you for about a minute, couple minutes here. Thank you so much for sharing. You may still be muted. We can't hear you. You may have to turn up your deal. We can't hear you yet. Whenever you come on, just keep talking. We'll hear you when you come on. I still got you unmuted. It's all on you. But you guys got to hear this. Who's getting promoted this month? That's key. Somebody has to promote this month. Star Achiever, Executive, Ruby. Okay. Emerald, Diamond. Okay, it says I asked to unmute. I just unmuted. Let's see if we can hear you now. Turn up your volume. Maybe it's on your volume end. See if you can turn up your volume. No, it's not working. Oh, y'all gonna hear her tonight. Don't worry. Somebody needs to hear this. I see. Somebody needs to. Okay, devil. I see you out there trying to. Yeah. Somebody needs to hear from Ms. Ruth tonight. I got you. Let's see. See if we can get it turned around here. I'm excited. December 1st. I mean, I'll close it out strong this month. Yes. The Lord said, I feel the energy in the room. I do too. I don't know if you, Miss Ruth, you may have to log out and log back in. I don't know. But whatever we do, whatever we need to do, let's yeah, maybe if you log out and log back in, that may help too. Okay. If you log out and log back in, log out and log back in, that may help. Oh yeah, or call in. Okay, somebody say don't call in. Log out, log in, or call in. Okay. All right, she's gonna log. I think she logged out. She's gonna log back in. But yeah, that's the message for tonight. Plugging into the system. Another thing that I would tell you, some of you, well, every one of you needs to get to an event. Now I know all of us, you know, COVID and all of that. I get you, especially with this weather. I don't know if people get colds or the flu anymore. I think everything's just COVID. But anyway, look, I sneezed the other day. I'm like, "Whoa, Jesus, is that the vid? What is going on?" So is that the vid? So I got you. I'm with you. You know, everybody, you know, wash your hands, social distance. You got your mask on. I'm with you as well, man. Somebody, and then interesting now, somebody sneezes. You're like, whoa. Everybody's just paranoid right now. It's not a bad thing. It is definitely real. Not the vid. Yeah, I'm like, oh, Jesus, is that the vid? No, I don't need that. Not at this time. So anyway, but getting to an event is going to be absolutely important for each and every one of you. Miss Ruth, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can, loud and clear. All right, I'll turn it over to you. Look at, they clapping. Come on, put your hands together. They clapping for you. All right, go ahead, Miss Ruth.
Okay, first giving honor to God.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to thank you all for, thank you and Portia for being the leaders that you are. For, oh, hold on, let me turn this computer down. For coming to It Works. For being led by the Spirit, for what you're doing in leadership for this company. And I'm trying not to cry here because if you only knew, everybody, what you have in your hands on, you wouldn't doubt at all. I don't know what you want me to say. How did I find it works? First of all, I'm mother, grandmother, wife of a Vietnam veteran with paranoid schizophrenia, PTSD, you name it, he got it. So I came to network marketing because I was looking for supplements and a better lifestyle to help me and my husband. I was working at the post office 23 years at my good government job, but I needed to come home to my husband. And he was going to the VA struggling to get better. And the job was in my way. So I found network marketing. And in 2012, It Works found me. I didn't seek out It Works. I was in another company that It Works acquired. And I went to bed one night as a distributor in one company and woke up the next morning and I had to join, had to fill out the application. I had to make the decision to join It Works. I didn't know anything about wrapping. That's what the flagship product was at the time. It was the wrap. And it was so much different than what I had been selling, which was some juice that helped me feel better. It just gave me my life back. And the products worked. That's all I knew, is that the products worked. And I had been introduced before we merged with It Works. I would say that I was a leader in the company, and the owner and his son had taken us to dinner and gave me some greens. Oh my goodness, when I tried those greens, because I am asthmatic, I could breathe so much better. And so I joined It Works for the greens, but I stayed for the other kind of green, okay? So yeah, we had to, it's really interesting because when I sought out network marketing, I sought out some trainers just like Jared did, leadership and training. And I ran across some of the people, some of the company that that you're familiar with. A lot of you on this call are familiar with, and I was getting training from a lot of the people that you have been trained by. And I woke up one morning, went to an event, met Pamela and Sundiata, and they were drinking keto coffee. We talked. I found out they were, you guys were going to join It Works, but you guys were incognito then, kind of flying under the radar. And so I couldn't tell anybody. But Jared and Portia were already my virtual mentors. Yes, you never stop learning in network marketing. Never, oh, let me back up a little bit. I said that my husband has a disability. Well, I have a disability too. And that's another reason I had to leave the post. I wanted to leave the post office because my eyes were getting worse. I'm legally blind. I didn't know it at the time, but I was developing cataracts. My vision that I was born with was already limited, and it was getting worse. My doctors didn't even tell me I had cataracts. I guess they've seen me through all the years, and they didn't want to scare me. So things are better now. It Works paid for my surgery. I can see a little bit better, but I'm still considered legally blind. And so don't let anyone tell you that you can't do what you want to do with your life, that you can't have life, that you can't have a career that pays you well, because I knew the government wasn't going to pay me what I deserved to be paid in my retirement, which I retired at 55. I'm 66 now. So I've been with It Works for 8 years, 2012 to 2020. I'm a double diamond. And you say, how did I get France?
Yes,
I
talk to us
worked hard. I worked hard.
about that.
I didn't know about, I'm telling you something. What you said, I didn't write that down. You told me to write it down, I didn't. About training and working.
Yes.
All
Training doesn't
I
work, but
did-
working does train.
Yes, that's all I did. I got up every day and I started working. Working, I would get on calls, just like this one. And then I would go and do what they told me to do. That's it. You just have to follow the system. And I mean, I don't know, I start putting things out on social media. At that time, there was no Facebook for the majority of the people back in when I got online. It was just for college students then, but I did Twitter. And I still have my Twitter account today. And I was putting things out, motivational things, entrepreneurship things, tweets. And one lady answered one of my advertisements one day. And she sent me a email, and I noticed that her name was and country was from France. And I froze, didn't call her back for like a week. And finally I got with my sponsor and my upline. He said, we got to call this lady. And I was afraid. I was afraid to call her because I didn't speak French. When I did call her, and I was using Skype, that's why I was calling. She spoke fluent English. She had been a exchange student in America. So she joined my company. And this is before we came into It Works. But like I told you, on August 1st, 2012, we had to join It Works all over again. So she not only joined me in the previous company, but in It Works too. So, and I credit all that for the training and the leadership that I was following and getting. And I didn't have confidence in myself at the time. but I had faith.
Mhm.
And, you know, the faith without works is dead.
Mhm.
So I had to go to work. And she joined again, and it works. And one day I woke up and my team had just exploded. And I got scared again. And I didn't look at the computer for a long time. Because every time I opened it up, it was like people were joining like 500 a day. Now I'd heard about this kind of stuff happening, but it never happened to me or anybody that I knew. So I prayed a lot, and I accepted it finally. But I'm still, I still got a lot of work to do on myself because I still don't want to be out in the open. And Jared talks about this a lot. Sometimes when I get on these calls, it's like, oh, he's talking to me. So be patient with yourself.
Mhm.
And keep your faith and belief in yourself. One thing I do, you know, as growing up with a disability, I know me better than anybody besides God and my parents, and they're gone. My parents are. So relying on what I've been taught at an early age and just relying on being able to recognize good leadership and mentorship when I see it. And I know Portia and Jared, y'all poor things. Y'all don't know what was going on when I just jumped into your team. Said, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. So you got to accept me.
We accept you wholeheartedly.
And I sure appreciate this. So I think I'm ready now in 2020. It's not 2021 yet, y'all. 2020 is still here.
Yes.
So stop looking and, you know, we still got 31 more days to go.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something. Let me back it up now. My team blew up in 30 days.
Mm.
That's why I say I shut the computer because I didn't even know who to go talk to about this.
Hmm.
But I talked to God, and I leaned on God and his understanding. And volume, I'm $1 million woman. When the vision that Portia and Jared has about doing $1 million, that's easy, y'all. It's easy if you believe and you do the work. And you're not going to be perfect every day. You don't have to be perfect. That's the thing about this. You never have to be perfect. Stop trying for perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And go for progress. Just one day at a time, one thing at a time. But stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
Mm.
And stop listening to people who don't have what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And the training that we're receiving right now, this is the kind of training that got me to where I am, because the basics are the basics are the basics in any company.
Yeah.
So I think I know we have the best trainers, and it works.
Yeah.
We have the best team, and I'm proud to be a part of this millionaire team.
Yes, indeed. Well, Ms. Ruth, thank you so much for being on and for sharing. I know folks are fired up. Y'all light up the chat. Light up the chat if you got anything from that, man. That is, that's so powerful. I hope you picked up what she was putting down, because it's gonna oh God, I hear you. It's coming. It's happening for you too. Do me a favor. Can y'all do me a favor? I want to close out and flood the atmosphere, man. I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just want to flood the atmosphere. Do me a favor. Come on to the camera. If you're not on camera, come on to the camera. Come on to the camera, wherever you are. Come on to the camera. I need you to take a picture of this. I got it on gallery view. I need you to take. We about to flood social media. Do me a favor. Take a picture. Come on. Come on. Take a picture of this. I need everybody participating in this. I want what's on her life, what happened. I want you to get scared into multimillionaire status. That's what I want. I want you to pull up your e-suite and close it like, well, that's 500 people join this hour. That's what I want. Hey, God. That's what I want coming for you. I want you to take a picture of this and I want you to post it on social. I want to flood Facebook. I want to flood Instagram. I want to flood our stories with this picture. And I want you to put up a caption. I am one person away from a massive explosion happening in my business. I am one person away. God, I'm telling you, I heard what you said. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on progress. I'm one person away. I didn't have all the confidence, but I had faith. I'm one person away from a massive explosion happening in my business. I don't know who the person is. I don't know if we speak the same language. I don't know if we look the same. I don't know if we're the same color. I don't know if we, grew up in the same neighborhood. I don't know if we even the same gender, but I am one person away from a massive explosion happening in my business. One person, just one person. All of the stuff that's going on, I've been paying my dues, and it's time for my dues to finally pay me. I'm one person. I don't have to know how. I ain't got to figure it all out tonight. It's not my business how it unfolds, how it develops, how it comes into fruition, how it manifests itself. It's not my concern or my worry who he sends, how he sends them, if he's sending them on Facebook, if he's sending them on Instagram, if I'm gonna meet him at the grocery store, at the gas station. All I know is I'm one person away from a massive explosion. Ooh, I can't wait to get scared and just close the laptop. Like, ooh, was that 5,000 people that joined today? What did that? Jesus, something's wrong. See, I want you to, Sally, I want you to get to a point where you log in and be like, this can't be my back office. I must have been, I'm in the wrong account. Is that my income? That's that was my best month of volume. It said that's my weekly commission. Is this me? Shucks, I'm one person away. I want you to receive that. Let's just sit there. Let's just sit there. I want you to receive that. That's coming. I'm telling you, this is not a logical business. This is not, listen to me, this is not a logical business. This is not an X and O only business. You are going, and Jim Rohn used to say it all the time, and I used to always ask, like, why is he saying that? He used to always say, the late Jim Rohn, ask for God's help. God help me. All right, y'all, let's close out. Let's close out. Y'all put those posts up. Y'all tag me in it. November, somebody gets promoted. December, I cannot wait. I'm going to be on Mark Pentecost's page, not at 10:30. I'm going to be on there at 10 a.m. waiting for the announcements. That's going to attract that next one person. It's about to be a massive explosion. Thank y'all so much for being on tonight. God bless you. God bless your families, and God most certainly bless your dreams. Good night, everybody.